Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Naomi, here in Seattle, as you can see from my Sounders shirt. And I am so excited because I have been working on these 3-in-1 builds, and I worked on this yesterday as part of my reworks and retrofits segment. I've started doing that on Wednesdays now, a little bit earlier, because I'm following along on the schedule that I had with Yano River Blue, and we were doing the Lego Masters Season 2 different reviews on the episodes. And I started working on this, and I just absolutely love it. So I'm going to show the front camera before I show the down camera. So we were talking about how these are 3-in-1 on the storybook modules. So these came from the Disney storybook line, where there were little micro dolls inside the book, but you can also build on top of the book too. So as you can see, we have the interior of a hallway, maybe in a castle, and then the exterior. I started working on this and then did a few finishing details, and then I've got to work on what's going to go here in the moat. So I'm thinking about that too. But the fun part about this is that this can open up, and as long as you have enough clutch power on the top, everything will stay intact. And in this case, I have this castle, oops, I have this other castle inside, and you can pull the drawbridge down and have visitors come to see you, which I have been having so much fun with these. And I know a couple people have told me that now they have a new life to these little storybook modules. And I said, yeah, I think what's interesting, and what I try to do, is I try to encourage people to take a look at what you have in your collection and repurpose it, because it's kind of like recycling, right? Because these are very hard to think about reusing, because, you know, this module here, this little piece, it's got a beautiful Lego lamination. Let me see if I can find it right there. This beautiful Lego lamination, and if you were to turn it sideways as a book, you could use that, but why not use the top? And I got this kind of been inspired by that Charles Dickens gift with purchase, where they had the side of the Charles Dickens book and then showed you a scene within the book. And I've also been involved with Tricky Lug and the Tricky Lug Library and that collaboration. So I'm trying to think of a scene within a book that would resemble a castle. So I'm still kind of racking my brain. You know, there's a lot of fairy tales that you could do. That's a possibility. But I was also thinking maybe something like from Game of Thrones. That would be kind of cool, right? Even though this is a little more cheerful than what Game of Thrones had. So if this were to be one of the thrones, so to speak, it would probably be Highgarden, which is the roses. So if you follow along with the books, maybe this will be a Game of Thrones little scene. We'll see. I don't know. I don't really plan out my builds, as you probably could tell. Things, okay, wow. First, all of a sudden, my music went really loud. So hold on. Let me see if I can reduce this. It's like... And it's like, oh, all of a sudden, the app has currently popped out into another window. Hey, Lena, how's it going? A pirate book would be cool. Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, I'm going to have to think about that. So far I've done a holiday one for Santa. I've done this, and I'm still working on this, the castle kind of theme. I have this lavender one. I'm not sure if lavender would really hold for a ship, but maybe if I got another gold one with the white, that would be really cool. So let me see if I can find this. Like all of a sudden. All right. Let me just turn the volume down on this a little bit. Yeah, that's so weird. It was at 15%, and then it all of a sudden went up to 20-something% when it popped out into another window. I tell you, technology is crazy. But anyway, welcome back. And I also wanted to give you a sneak peek into the Tricky Lug challenge that is due today. I submitted it before the stream around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And it will be on tomorrow's stream at 10. So they have their stream on YouTube at 10 o'clock, and I will be showcasing that. So as many of you know, I had been working on this yesterday, and then when we were talking, I said, you know, I hadn't really thought about what I would do for a self-portrait, but I decided to do a Rorschach Test, however you pronounce it. The Little Mermaid book is the perfect one for pirates. Yeah, that's true. You know what? It would be kind of cool if I could just transpose all of this into this one. Make this one lavender and then make this one the pirate one. You may be onto something there, Lena. In fact, I think I could easily do that because even the interior module, I think, could be easily moved. The only problem is this module has this little island, so I don't think it's going to work. Now that I think about it, it will not work in the purple one, but maybe that gives me an excuse to go get another mermaid one, because they are on sale, by the way. If you go to Target, and I'm not sponsored by Target, they probably should sponsor me because I buy so much stuff from them, but Target has these little books for sale. And right now I've been able to find this lavender one, which is the one for the Frozen modules, and then this one is for the Little Mermaid. The ink blot test self-portrait. It's very creative. I like it. Okay, well, I wanted to show you this. So this is the original Rorschach test. This is the first card you see. There's 10 cards total, and this is the first card you see. And so I built one similar to that in Lego, and this is my interpretation of that. So I did, this is my submission. Oops, that just fell off. So this was here. So if you can imagine that right there. So this is my submission for the Tricky Bricks build and chat. I got that idea from the stream. So that's another reason why I love streaming, because I get these amazing ideas from the chat. And I don't think anybody actually said that. I think I actually said it. 2 bears giving high fives. Okay, yeah, it could be 2 bears giving high fives. But I mentioned in the description that what I saw is a bat. So I see a bat in there. And apparently, because I see a bat, it says I'm prone to anxiety. And the other thing they said, though, is because I answered quickly, I'm able to overcome my obstacles. So I think I called this something like avoiding adaptable anxious adult. I think that's what I called this. That's, and I hope I put this back on so it'll stay up. So this is my piece called Adaptable Anxious Adults. So I think that counts, right? You still think it's 2 bears dancing? Yeah, it could be 2 bears dancing. They were talking about different interpretations, and that's the thing, is that there really is no right answer. I mean, you just have to interpret what you see in this, and the original, as you can see, could be a variety of different things. Some people say bats, so I'm pretty common. Apparently bat and butterfly is like one of the more common ones that you see in there. And, you know, some people might see 2 horses, for example. That could be a horse's shape, kind of facing away from each other. Or 2 martial artists doing side kicks into each other. Yeah, I guess I could see that. I could see that. You know, there's different ways you can interpret it. But you know what's interesting is I did the research on this, and this guy invented this 100 years ago, in 1921. So 100 years ago, this German dude was sitting around putting ink onto paper and creating these blots, and people still talk about them today. So talk about longevity of a I guess, an invention. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And I was looking at it when I held them up together. They're all roughly about the same size. So here, I'll put them, let me see if I can put them side by side. Let me get it in front of the camera here. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, they're roughly the same size. Yeah, my camera is in the way, so. But I hope that they take it well. They might look at this like, this is your self-portrait. It's like, look, yeah, this is me, right? Like, can you see me in this? I mean, be honest, people. This is me. Right? The end of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I don't know, but this one might be a keeper. I might, if I put this in a frame, you know, and put it on the wall, and then people might ask, what is that? Oh, that's my self-portrait. I don't know. I think it's hilarious, but you're right. I think it's an inventive approach to the self-portrait test, because you know, that was the assignment, is to do a self-portrait, and so this kind of falls into that. There is a character from independent comic series inspired by and named after the test. Yes, that's right. I was looking it up in Wikipedia, and it's an anime character, and I thought that was interesting that was there. So anyway, so yeah, so that's a little sneak peek into that, and you saw the castle. And I think what I'll do, now that you mentioned that, Lena, I might go ahead and buy another one of these and put the pirate ship on that. The only problem is that when you open this, you have to have really strong clutch for it to open and not fall off. And ships are very hard to do. So maybe what I do is I do the inside of a ship, like the hull of a ship or something like that. And maybe on the outside might be the portholes of the ship, and I don't know, some other scene, like maybe the rowboat on the outside of the ship. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, but yeah, a Western comic character from The Watchmen. Oh, interesting. And the Chinese version, not the English dub of Crouching Hidden Dragon. Okay. The other thing I've been doing, for those of you who've been following my Instagram account, is that Lego has a set of 10 principles that they printed out for the COP26 Glasgow conference. And the Conference of Parties is what COP stands for, Conference of Parties. And the Conference of Parties was a collaboration of the United Nations with regard to climate change. So there's 200 people that are representing different, or I should say there's more than that. There's, I think, 30,000 delegates representing 200 countries. And those 200 countries are making decisions with regard to reducing emissions and other things. So what's interesting is that I've been working on this, and I ran into a problem yesterday with Photoshop. So that's why I'm a day late. But this is my 11-piece build for today. And this is my 11-piece build with Super Sewer Baby. And today's principle is don't ignore the problem and do more. So what I did with this is to kind of represent, you know, you can plant one tree, but why not plant 4 trees? And last year, I don't know if I mentioned this, but for Christmas last year, I had been, or actually 2 years ago, wow, it's almost been 2 years, it's crazy. So 2 years ago, I didn't get a tree last year, but 2 years ago, I got a tree from a Save the Streams Foundation up in Everett. And what they do is they give you a live tree in its container, in its little pot, and then you leave it outside until you're ready for like the week before Christmas, because you're only supposed to keep it in the house for about a week. So I did that, and I was sharing a house with my friend and my other roommates. And so I brought it in the house, and then I brought it back out, and then I kept watering it and keeping it alive. And then you bring it back to the Streams Foundation, and then what they do is they will plant it for you. So I think I may do the same thing again this year. I've got to think about where I would put the tree, or if I would just leave it outside, because now I have a deck. But or I may get an artificial tree or recycle one or something. I'll have to think about what I want to do this year. You found a bunch of new box Lego microfighters in your room today. Oh, cool. Well, you can build along. So thanks for reminding me. Today's build is the Star Wars Millennium Falcon Microfighter. Now, what's interesting is that this is Series 8. And you probably remember I did the At versus Tauntaun a couple weeks ago. And this one, it's $9.99. And you get 101 pieces. It should go fairly quickly. The At now Speeder At DP X-Wing Nobokov Starfighter sets. Oh, okay. Well, feel free to build along if you want. Like I said, I'm building this as part of Thrifty Thursday. These are readily available from the Lego store as well as from Target, and I got this one from Fred Meyer, so they're readily available, and I think for $9.99 they're a deal. They're a really good deal, and this one, considering it is a licensed product too, the other thing is this comes with a Han Solo minifigure. So if you're into Han Solo and you like those minifigures, then yeah. So I'm going to just clear some space off here, let you see my down camera. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and start on this today. Oh, Zach Martinez, how's it going? Good to see you. So we were just talking about, we're going to work on this today. It's Star Wars Microfighters. It's similar to the At versus Tauntaun that I worked on a couple weeks ago. And this one, and this goes back to what we were saying about a kit that could probably be marketed to go, because it has the push tabs here, but I think this one could be opened like a box. Yes, it definitely can. So once again, Lego, if they want to start building travel sets and get people to buy these and travel with them and build them on the plane, this is exactly how you would do it. And they would just have to redesign the box so it's easier to open like a box like this. You wonder how fast I could build it? Hyperdrive. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I tend to, I'm a slow builder. I'll just be honest with you. There have been plenty of people who have built with me who are much faster than me. But, you know, I talk a lot. I think that's the issue, is that people are saying, well, you know, I'm done. But it's like I'm talking and I'm managing the chat and I'm, you know, making sure the cameras are working and all of that. So see what I mean about opening it like a box. Now, this will be interesting. Once this is done, we'll have to see if this will fit into the box. But I'm going to build it right in the box because it fits right in the frame. And we're going to pretend we're on an airplane and we're working on this. Yeah, happy Thrifty Thursday. Exactly. So you can see that the other thing that this comes with is a QR code. So you can also look at the instructions online. So you could do that ahead of time. But I'm really glad that they still include some of the instructions, because what drives me crazy is the Mario sets. The Mario sets, they force you to download the instructions, which drives me crazy, or I should say use the app. So we're going to go ahead and, so we can even, in the instructions, they could even say, don't open your bags like this, like you would like a chip bag, because then your pieces will go flying all over the place, but rather do it like this, and then you're on the plane, you got some turbulence, it's okay because you got a box. I know, I'm pretty ridiculous, but there you go, Lego. I'm giving you some free tips here. All right, so I'm just going to see if we have torso, okay, and the legs, and we got the head. So this Han Solo character is, like I said, you get a minifig in here too for this price. All right, so don't know if I see the hair in here. Oh, we do see a blaster though. And this is probably one of the few sets where Lego actually puts in any kind of weapons. Usually they stay away from weapons, but you can't have Han Solo without his gun, right? Also, don't open the bags with your teeth. Right. Exactly. We'll have to have like a whole training video on that. Okay, I've got to find his hair. Oh, I see it. Okay, his hair is in the other bag over here. So we're going to do a test to see if I can still find everything in the box. So we're going to build this in the box as if we're on the plane, kind of like we're cruising. We have about, I don't know, an hour or so, and or maybe 2 hours, and we're killing time. What age group is this? This is, I believe, a 7+ set. He has Solo hair. Yeah. This is, let me make sure it's sealed so it doesn't fall over, of 6+. So it's a 6+ set. I don't think there's any stickers in here, which is another good thing. And you can see it's a little mini microfighter here. So yeah, 6+, 101 pieces. And we were just looking for Han Solo's hair, which we did see. Let's see, there it is. All right, so we got Han Solo. Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's got this. Let me zoom in a little bit. I have another Han Solo, and this is a different hairpiece. Now it's a toupee. Yeah. Yeah, so he's got that kind of waviness in his hair. And there's the back of the torso and the front of the torso. Really nice detail, considering this is a $9.99 set. And you probably remember my Brichabod Crane character also uses a Han Solo torso. Here, you can take a look. I'm pretty sure this is a Han Solo torso as well. And Brichabod Crane, there's more gray there, but I think this new one has better detail. See, there's no detail on the back. And look, there's all this detail here. So Lego hair pieces count as a toupee? I guess. If you were to count the pieces on this, depending on who you talk to, this would be 4 pieces for the minifigure, for the legs, the torso, the head, and the hair. And then the 5th piece would be the gun. But some people count the hands too, so it depends on who you're talking to. But that's a pretty cool little minifig. Lots of good detail. Hey, Cowboy Kenobi, how are you? How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, this should be a quick stream because this is only 101 pieces, but we're checking out a theory that this could be built on an airplane in a tray if they opened it like this. So we just emptied all of the pieces that came in the bags, and they're not numbered, so it wouldn't matter. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for that conversation, Cowboy Kenobi, but it looks like Lego is looking to design some products maybe for travel. In the older Microfighter, he had flat hair. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, that he's got pretty poofy hair, so you can see. And I don't know if you know if this is the torso from, I think this is the torso from the old Star Wars. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Nope, it's not behaving. Okay. So anyway, so this torso I use for Brichabod Crane. You doing better? Oh, good. Oh, it's so good to hear. So anyway, so that's what we got. And we are pretending we're on an airplane, and we were just mentioning to Lego, get rid of these push tabs. Just redesign the box so you could redesign it so it has one of those fold-over flaps, you know, like in the cereal boxes where they have that little tab that, you know, you can keep it closed. Anyway, just a thought. I'm not anybody, but hey, you know, it's something you could think about doing. All right. So we are now going to put this together. Travel Lego. That sounds interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's you know, I know that it's preliminary kind of discussions. It's not anything that is, but I know that there's been this discussion about looking for people who want to design things like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not a designer, but I'm a good marketer. You could just take what you currently have and repackage it. That's what I would do. Yeah. I love these angle plates. Now, the one thing you'll notice with any Star Wars set, there's a lot of gray. In fact, I was looking at the new AT-AT that just released. You probably see a lot of streamers now are building that. And a couple cool things, just from what I've seen, is that it comes with a screwdriver that you brick build. You brick build the screwdriver, and that allows you to move the legs of the AT-AT. So that is very intriguing. Now this is interesting. Is this headlight brick, you're using the back of it to connect this 1x2. Yeah, so the AT-AT is huge. It's like 8,000 pieces, something crazy like that, and $800. And it's massive. This thing is not for the faint of heart. And from what I can tell, the box is huge too. In the event of an emergency, please put the mask over your face before helping others. The seat is also a flotation device. Yeah. Yeah, we can just mimic the whole experience if you want right now. Okay, so you notice we did this kind of sideways building, and now they want us to use this and face it this way. So this is, I guess, like thrusters. Very cute. Very, very cute. I think part of what's happening now with Lego Masters now being so popular is that the stigma of liking Lego is gone. People now are coming out of the closet, so to speak. People are coming out of their dark ages like crazy right now, because it's now okay to tell people you like Lego. And then they say, oh, did you see Lego Masters? And you should be on Lego Masters because, you know how to build. Which, by the way, there was a guy who posted a mosaic he just did about, what was it? It was The Octopus's Garden, the song by the Beatles. And I think it's by the Beatles. And there's already a person from Lego Masters who put in the comments, hi, I'm a producer for Endemol, and we're recruiting for Lego Masters. You should apply. It's kind of like, be careful, dude. Be careful. All right. So I love these Palisade bricks. Here, I'll just pull this off. So it's in that dark turquoise color. Really nice. You couldn't imagine a larger one? Yeah. You have the minifig scale AT-AT, and it's too big to put anywhere already. Well, this thing is massive, and it's a, what is it, the UCS? So it's a collector series one. Yeah, so they're really pushing Star Wars and massive builds. The other thing that's massive right now is the Titanic. So the Titanic is out there too, and they're really promoting that too. Where I'm here building my little my little mini Millennium Falcon, which I think is cute. And like I said, you could build this on an airplane. There's no freaking way you're going to be building that AT-AT on an airplane. Or if you are, you've got your own plane already. Yeah, I'm looking for this angle plate. 1x2 plate. Like I said, I'm trying to pretend I'm on an airplane, so I'm going to have to look for this with turbulence going and everything. Now this is an interesting piece. This will probably be a shooter that goes on the outside of the plane later. You were the last set to have the old eyes of minifigs? Oh, Interesting. Okay, where's this piece I'm looking for? Because I think I'm going to need 2 of them. Is it? No, it should be in light gray. I'm looking for a light gray, and Tricky Bricks calls it a slipper piece. It's a 1x2 with an angle at the end, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. It's 2x2. And like I said, we put every piece in the box. So Hooded One would be quite proud of us. Alright, do I have to do some knolling here? The other thing I have to, here it is. The problem is, okay, so this angle is top down for you. I have this, you know, this box in the way. So that's part of the reason why I couldn't see it. Okay, so here we go. Alright, we're back. We are back on track. Yeah, I have a feeling we'll be building the other side. So let's see. Joel Marbella. Unless you live in Utah, apparently someone there took 9 friends and bought 9 of them. What? What? They bought 9 of the AT-ATs? What? Oh my gosh. The question is, why? I guess they just showed up at the store? What? There's a story there. Tell us more, Joel. The world needs to know what's happening. What is happening? It's so that, you know, 9 people are all buying an AT-AT at the same time. Unless it was Cody and all the people from Brick Slope. That would make sense. Maybe it was the Brick Forge people. That's crazy, Joel. Yeah. See, that's why you all are tuned in to Thrifty Thursday. Because we're not those people going around buying 9 of the UCS AT-AT. That's not here. You bought the Mos Eisley and was surprised it came with Yoda's lightsaber? Oh, your General Grievous. You got to collect them all. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, like I said, it could have been Cody and company. You never know. You never know. It's a small world. The Lego community's a small place. We'll find out who you are. We'll find you. We know where we can find you later. Okay, I'm now looking for a... Oh, maybe it's 2 1x1s. Never mind. I ran into this problem when we were building that con model, is that I thought I was looking for a 1x2 snot brick when I was looking for 2 1x1s with headlight bricks. Now this is interesting because I think this teal color is probably going to be covered up. This red brick is probably a tribute to Lego, because many of the designers will put a 2x4 brick in, but they probably couldn't fit a 2x4 in this size. That's a little bit of trivia. I got that from Tiago Catarino, mentioned that. 9 Titanic sets. That's crazy. Oh, it's Titanic. I thought they got the AT-AT. Wow. The 9 Titanics. That is crazy. Oh, so Cody was telling about it. So was it Cody and company, or was it just somebody Cody saw? Cody witnessed it. Cody witnessed it at the Lego store. This group of kids came in saying, "We want all your AT-ATs." And Yano, you know, she often talks about pirate sayings. And she said when I was looking for all those panda heads, she said, I could imagine you there saying, "Give me all your pirate hats. Stand and deliver." So that was probably what was happening there too. So yeah, we're making 2 of these, so I'm trying to do these at the same time. It's a ton of plates. You could do a mosaic. Well, that's the thing, is that I was gonna say that if you want a lot of light gray plates, that is the set for you. Light gray, anything, you know, that Lego makes that has to do with Star Wars AT-ATs always has light gray. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Alright, so this does have some really interesting parts to it, so it will make for a nice little parts pack. For the Titanic, though, not the AT-AT. Oh! Well, the Titanic, though, has a lot of that dark red in it. So it would be, to me, a little bit more interesting than the AT-AT, personally. The Titanic, I don't know, I'm on the fence about the Titanic. I like the idea of it, but the problem is it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of, it's capitalism over a tragedy. You know, it's like, it was a very sad thing that happened, and people are celebrating that. I don't know, it just seems kind of macabre, if you ask me. But, you know, that's my point of view. You know, other people probably don't see it that way, obviously. Now, this would be a problem on an airplane if you don't have a brick separator. So I, as you know, always carry a brick separator on my keychain. But if you're working on this on an airplane, you might run into problems with that. If you want an AT-AT set with a Twitch stream, I could donate 2 or 3. What? Oh my God, you could say you are building 2 or 3 Lego AT-AT in one stream? Oh man, I don't know. That's awfully generous. But we'll have to chat. We'll have to chat some more about that. They had the tuk-tuk too, Cornado? You're definitely going to get one. Yeah, the tuk-tuks are nice. I will say that the Lego store has stocked up on a lot of the things that were out of stock. As you know, last week I did the roses. So the roses are now back in stock. The tuk-tuks have come back. There's some of the Christmas sets, like the Santa's battle pack with the 4 reindeer. That was out of stock for a while. Now they're back. Oh, the Microfighter ones. Okay, I was going to say. Okay, well, I built that one already, but maybe we could do it for a community stream. That would be good. So as you know, I've done now 2 community streams on Saturday. So the first one was with Alexander 23. Oops, hold up, my light just fell over. Alexander 23, and then Zach Martinez was on last week. So maybe we can do a community stream. Yeah, get it, Zach, get it. It is a good set. Though Cornado said you could just, you know, use a lot of the parts that are in your own inventory, which is what we did on stream that one time. Okay, so we made 2 of these, and these are going to go, let's see, this way. So I guess these are like little flaps. Now this doesn't seem right. Okay, I think I'm supposed to put it actually on this. Yeah, that makes more sense. The only thing is, if you're on a plane and you're building this when everybody is sleeping, the lighting may be a problem. So that might be something to take into account. You might have to do some beta testing on that. You're not made of money. You can't afford the new. Well, that's why I was kind of surprised. I thought you were talking about an older AT-AT set that you might have gotten at the time of your Bionicles, too. You're hoping they get the Christmas sets, Santa's Visit, and Sleigh. Yeah, but one employee did not seem optimistic. Oh, no. No. I really want the Santa's Visit. Oh, no. Don't say that. No. Say it's not true. Yeah, that's why, like, the Halloween set is another good example of something you had to get, like, in August to have it in time for Halloween. It's like you have to buy them in advance and then save them for later. Nobody is made of money, Lena. We are all carbon-based life forms. That would be ridiculous. Yeah. They sold so fast, Zach. Good luck. Well, I got the battle packs, so I will be building those on stream. I have the ornaments, the Santa and the snowman, and I also have the battle pack. So I have those, but I don't have Santa's visit. I've been waiting because, as we were saying, you know, we have limited funds, so it's kind of like, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull the trigger on that one just yet. All right, so it looks like we're going to have a couple of these. Okay, so I guess this goes here. What's interesting about this is I thought this was a symmetrical build, but it's not. It's not very symmetrical at all, in fact. Okay, where is the 1x2? Ah, here it is. See, the problem with this is that it's the same shade as the box. So when you're looking through the box, it's easy to pass up. You have 3 Santa's visits? What? What? You could sell you my Santa's visit, Zach Martinez. You bought one for yourself. You got 2 more as birthday presents. Wow. Wow. That's pretty impressive. That's impressive. Okay, so I'm guessing this, yeah, this one's going here. You still need to finish your Imperial Star Destroyer. Yeah, you gotta finish the sets too. I am pretty good. I don't have a very large backlog. I do have the typewriter. I have the Upside Down, the Stranger Things. I was going to build it around Halloween, but then I saw everybody else was building it, and I said, you know, I don't want to do the same thing everybody else is doing. There's only so many streams you can watch of everybody doing the same thing, right? And that's part of the reason why I like to do mocks, because, you know, people aren't doing mocks. They're doing sets, and they're doing the same sets. Okay, that's, oops, I put that in wrong. Put that in wrong. And that was really tight clutch. That was a mistake. Oh no. Oh no. All right. You have a Thanksgiving set. What? What year was that from? I don't remember them putting out a Thanksgiving set. Okay, let me see. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, we're back. I put that in sideways, and I was like, no! Oh, Marade! That's one way to guarantee Santa will visit, is to buy 3 of the sets. So you're kind of like that group that went in to buy 9 of those Titanic sets. Give me all your Santa visit sets. I'm surprised they didn't limit that. You know, like they did with the, they limited the Everyone is Awesome set to 2 per person. So I'm surprised they didn't do the same thing for that. Okay, so welcome to the stream, Marade. I hope you're doing well. We are working on this Microfighter Microfighter Millennium Falcon. We did the a couple weeks ago. So I was just mentioning that this is not a very symmetrical build. Usually you build one side and you build the other side. But you didn't buy 3, you only bought 1? Oh, you got the other 2 as gifts? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. I thought you went in and bought 3. Oh, well, that's cool. So essentially, you can definitely offload those and sell those. And you wouldn't even do a markup. You just sell them at face value, which is nice. You're not a scalper. We like to see that. We like to see people not scalping things. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out when I can come visit Northern California. My plans were, you know, um, set back because of my trip. Oh, oops, I just did another boo-boo. Did another boo-boo. Okay. Yeah, so Marae, did you go through the entries yet for the self-portrait? At the beginning of the stream, I talked about what I did for mine. So when I'm done with this, I'll mention it to the rest of you because I think Lena was on at the time, but I'm having way too much fun. I can guarantee you nobody else did one like I did. I definitely went another direction. Ah, there it is. It's hiding. Like I said, this tan is the same color as this box. So trying to find things. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm worried. This, if I put this here, that has an opening. Is that supposed to be there? All right, let me check. Okay. It's not, you can see, it's not covered here. So I think there's supposed to be an opening there. I'm going to put it down. There we go. You're doing it now? Okay. I hope you get a good laugh when you see mine. Because like I said, Joel was mentioning this on the stream the other day, that it's like a personality test, right? This one, the self-portrait. And that it'll be interesting to see what people put together. But yeah, we were all kind of laughing about that. So let's just say mine dates back 100 years. And I got that idea from the stream last night, actually. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Because doing a self-portrait, I don't know, it was very daunting. So I was glad we talked it out on the stream and I came up with a solution that would work for me. I'm still laughing about it. I can't wait for them to read it. And let's see, another. Okay, now I kind of feel like I need to move things into a corner here so I can. So one problem with working in a tray like this is that you have limited space. And so when you have these really tiny pieces, it can be a little hard to maneuver. Okay, so, but so far so good. This would qualify. Could I ask how many entries there were this week? Oh, you want to ask me a question? Or you can ask a question? Okay, it could win a mock award at a convention. Oh, you're talking about mine? I don't think so. It's not a competition. Everyone wins. Yeah. Well, you can see that I actually start off mine with, what do you see in this picture? So I do start mine off with a question. And then the next slide is my actual mock of that first photo. Like I said, it's very unconventional. I definitely didn't. I'm sure nobody else would be doing what I did, which I hope is good. So yeah, so Zach is asking, how many entries did you get? Because we were speculating that we may not have as many entries. Okay, this is a little concerning to me because they want this sideways and the clip is here. So maybe they're using it for a pole, because usually when you see a clip like that, you use it for a hinge or something. Your self-portrait needs to be at a mock contest. I don't think so. You think it's that good that it could go into a mock contest? I don't know. That I'll show everybody once I'm done with this. I'm almost done. I know Lena has seen it already because I showed it at the top of the hour. But it was fun to build. I built it last night after the stream because I got inspired by all of you who contributed. I just couldn't help but laugh when it all came together. You can make all 12. There's actually only 10. Only 16? Well, if you want me to, I can make all 10 and then you'll be up to 26. It was a hard build. It was not easy. So that's why you didn't get as many entries, I think. So that was Joel's prediction, was you weren't going to get very many. So 16 people submitted. I've been pretty good. I have been pretty good and faithful about submitting things to Tricky Bricks, as hard as they may be. And this one did stump me until we talked it out in the chat. And when we talked it out in the chat, I said, okay, I could do that. I could do that. And like I said, I hope it gets a good laugh. That was the intent. I hope they will appreciate it. I don't know. That's a low number though. Have we been that low? It's been a while since we've been that low. You were guessing under 20. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And so of those 16, I can guarantee you nobody did one like mine. So I get I guess the creativity award. But we did talk through it on the chat. I didn't come up with that idea on my own. But I think I was the one to come up with the primary idea, and then you guys reinforced it and said, yeah, do it. Just do it. So you're all enablers. That's what I'll say. You're all enablers. Okay, so this is weird because I'm used to seeing the Millennium Falcon as a symmetrical kind of build, but this is definitely not symmetrical. It's been a while since it's been this low. Yeah. It's an interesting topic. Well, the other thing too is there are more and more people now doing challenges because Boone just is now starting to do challenges, and he's using the same kind of Google form. I don't know if you noticed that, but yeah, he just announced a challenge this week. I think every month more and more people are doing challenges. So I think Tricky Bricks is more competition than they had when they first started. All right, before I set this down, I want to make sure I am spacing this right. All right, that goes there. And then they want a dot and a square. Lego enablers, yeah. Oh, Hooded One, how are you? We were just talking about, Mairead was just telling us that there's only been 16 entries for this self-portrait challenge. And I said part of it too is there's more and more people doing challenges, and you know, it's progressively gotten more and more since the first of this year. Okay, so we're working on the Millennium Falcon and pretending we're on an airplane, building it in the box. You would have been proud of me, Hooded One. I put every single piece in the box. I did not leave a box or a bag open, but this is looking promising because when this is done, you could seal this box up. Just saying, Lego. Is the hyperdrive fixed? I don't know. Is it? Everyone seems to have their own challenges these days. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, Debo and I were doing challenges for a while. And then, you know, I started doing a challenge with Joriel Builds at the first of the year. Actually, he started it originally a while ago. I just encouraged him to keep going. So it's his original concept. Okay, so I'm not sure why these are here, because usually when you have a stud like this, it's connecting something, but I guess this is just to keep it off of the ground, maybe? I don't know. I'm just following the instructions. The Lego community seems cliquish. Yeah, well, I mean, we're part of that clique. I mean, we're in the tricky lug clique. I think it also has to do with time of day, because, you know, I'm a late night streamer, right? And a lot of people stream during the day, and that's also, I tend to attract more of the West Coast people and the early birds in Europe. So people like Hooded One who wake up early who want to listen to Lego. Okay. Lego does seem to click. You need a microscale R2 to fix it. Oh, that would be hilarious. Yeah. A one by one blue stud on top of another white stud. Oh, I could easily do that. Okay, we'll do that at the end, and maybe that's what we put on this stud back here. Well, actually, no, that was the X-Wing. Technically, R2 would be inside, not outside. Yeah, we are all geeks. We are all a bunch of geeks. Okay, so now I think we're on to mostly finishing touches. We are on the tail end of this. But so what we're doing is we're building this as if we were traveling on a plane, and we open this up like a tray instead of using the push tab, and just theorizing if this is complete. Oh, hey Max, how's it going? Would this fit in the box once it's done? And I'm pretty confident it will. So yeah, it's been an interesting build, I will say. And then, like I said, I'll show you. So I'm curious, Hooded One, did you do the challenge this week for Tricky Bricks? Because we were talking about, you know, that it's a self-portrait, which is like a psychology test. Oh, and there are only 16 people who submitted. Good set. You have 2 copies. Oh, cool. Yellow cylinder C3PO. No, you could get gold. They have gold cylinders too. Yeah. But the thing is, getting them inside. You need to make this hollow and then make it so you can pop this off and see inside and see the microfigures. So yeah, so that would be a new assignment to do if we got ambitious. You love that line? Oh, you love that Lena. Yeah, just to make those little microfigures to go with that. We can do that. I think I have those different pieces in my collection. Okay, so now we are doing grills. Oh, nice. Okay, so the grills and these 1x2 slips. Okay. Yeah, so the idea of doing the Rorschach test came from the stream last night. And so I built it last night and I submitted it today. So it'll be interesting to see the response. It was a great idea, though. Like I said, I think I came up with the idea, but the chat encouraged me to continue. 8x8 tan plate, a yellow cylinder, and a 1x1 stud with a 1x1 on top. Yeah, I think we can do that. I think that is possible. Okay, this is interesting. This is, we're going to do like a double shooter on with this as a base, which is kind of a weird way to build it, but okay, if that's what they want. So essentially they're taking a 2x2 curved slope and putting the 2 blasters. There, okay. And then, of course, these little... Okay, and we want... I'm a little surprised they didn't have you put these on the blaster first and then put this on, but that's okay. It's the same thing. You did not do the challenge? For fear? for a while now. Oh. Yeah, you must be pretty busy. There we go. Yeah, we were just talking about how there's so many people doing challenges now that, you know, Tricky Bricks kind of started it and hosting the challenges, and now like all these other people are doing challenges. Like I said, right now Boone is doing one of the movie mashup challenge. Pew pew. Yes, pew pew. Yep. And we have a lot of these red translucent studs in here. So, and where does this go? This goes on the back right here. Okay. Right? Yeah. How come it's not clutching? Why are you not clutching? There we go. All right, so we got blasters. We've got one drive on the right side. You want a 16 Skyhopper set. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. What is a Skyhopper set? Okay, so now, like I said, we're doing more details. And thank you, by the way, Zach, for calling this an inkwell piece. Because I've been calling it a baby bottle piece all this time. I like inkwell better. It sounds more sophisticated. And this looks like, is this going to fit in there? There's, if you can remember, there was this 1x2 jumper. It says, oh, it does. Wow. Wow, that's surprising. That I would not have thought about doing it that way. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so now looks like I said, these are all details now. Yeah, I wonder how Tricky Bricks feels about that with all these people doing challenges. I mean, part of it though, they brought in Brick Fam Builds, who does all those micro habitats. So in a way, they kind of encouraged it too. So they're a victim of their own success. All right, I guess it must be a clear one. So I was looking for a gray one. You love the name of my portrait? Oh. Adaptive anxious adult. Yeah, well, if the shoe fits, right? So do you like the concept too? Like I said, I'll show everybody. I have it here. Okay. Did I do this right? Wait a minute. Nope. Nope. They want this like that. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, maybe it's supposed to be not this, maybe a black one? Okay, I'm looking at what pieces I have left in here. So essentially, I'm creating like a horn. Maybe it does go this way. Hold up. How's this attaching? Okay, it's attaching here. So I do need to have this. But they said to put a stud in there. The only studs I have are these clear ones. Okay, so let me see. Let's see. What are they trying to do? It looks like it should be a hollow stud. Here, I'll show you what's happening here, which is a little weird. is that it says to put a stud here, and then to put this angle piece, what I call like a faucet piece, into this as a radar dish, so that it's facing out like this. I could do that without the stud because there's no hole in there. Yeah, I could do it like that, but there's no hole. So why would you have me put a stud in there? See, that's what's confusing, because I'm looking at all these pieces we have left. The only other possibility would be that inkwell piece, but I only have one. Do I only need one? See, I'm looking at these, and I think I'm just going to put it in like that. It's a fun name as far as the adaptive anxious adult. You can't take the credit for that. You actually picked it up from Flynn. As far as the inkwell, okay. I'd hit womp rats in it. Okay, so we know that the red studs are for the shooters, so that should go away. These are tiles, so I'm still confused. So I'm going to put it in without that stud, because it doesn't make any sense. It's probably a stud with a hole in it, right? But there's no stud with a hole. This has no hole. These two have no holes. These are plates or tiles. That is not the piece. So yeah, that is a major fail. It's a major fail, Lego. Unless I put the wrong piece somewhere else. But I think we'll be okay, because that will still clutch, and that will still look fine. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But that would be something, because even look at the instructions here. That does not look like a stud with a hole in it. It just looks like a regular stud, right? Unless am I supposed to put it in a different direction? Let me try that before I completely tell Lego that they're nuts. So, call Lego for the replacement part. I need a gray stud with a hole. Yeah, exactly. I probably have one in my collection. In fact, why don't I just do that? It'll probably look better. And it's, I believe, oh no, I just dropped the radar dish. I have more radar dishes too. Darn it. Okay, well, if I'm on an airplane, I just dropped one, and I'll have to tell the flight attendant, I'm sorry, I just dropped a Lego piece. Okay. Okay, let's fix this. All right, so like I said, I have radar dishes. I think I need a dark gray one. Okay, so I got a dark gray radar dish. We're going to fix this because it's driving me crazy. I don't have a lot of studs with a hole, but this one I do have, and I do have one in dark gray and light gray. I'm going to go for the dark gray. Put that in there so it doesn't get lost. Yeah, like I said, just based on the instructions, that was kind of a fail. That's exactly what it should be, right? Yeah, and then that goes in here. Lego needs repair parts on all airplanes. Yeah, that's a stud with a hole. Yeah, exactly, but it wasn't in the box. Unless, was it hiding in the corner here? Is it hiding in any of the corners? No, it wasn't in the box. You saw I dumped everything out. Let me just check the bags to see if it got caught in the corner. You know how sometimes if you don't dump the bag out properly, Sometimes a part will get stuck, but okay, there is no other. Okay, so it was missing that part. That's okay. We're here in the build area, so I was able to take care of that. Okay, so it says four studs for the shooters. So don't do this on the airplane. But essentially, you could build this, and then these, you can adjust these so you can see. It's a nice little micro model. Do I plan to stream when I do the typewriter Brickanista? I'm thinking about it. The thing is, I don't like streaming on Twitch. So I may do something else. Now this is the question though. What are we doing with these? These, you know, they put these clips here, but okay, am I not quite done yet? Let me see if there's a reason. Okay, that's the shooters. Okay, it says it's over. Okay, that makes no sense to me. Why would you even bother putting a clip there? I get it that maybe you might want to put a pole or something, but does that really give you anything additional, putting that 1x2 with a clip? I mean, it's hidden here, and then you can see it on this side. Okay, so that to me is kind of a fail. You could finish it. You could do something. And I'm not used to doing a vehicle that is not symmetrical. This is not symmetrical. So yeah, pew pew, pew pew. But good news is that this will fit into the box and you can close it up. So based on what we were talking about packaging, this could be easily marketed for a to-go set if they wanted to do that. Now I do have 2 extra clear pieces, so I'm wondering if I missed a step. So I'm just going to go back real quick, and then I'll show you my self-portrait, which I think is actually kind of funny. I hope they take it the right way. And so Mairead, I think you can guarantee that mine is very different from all the others. Okay, so, oh, you know what? This step here, maybe that was supposed to be clear, and I may have put a gray one in there. All right, so where is that? That is over here. Okay, let's see if that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. Aha! Okay, we have the answer. So I could put that back into my supply. And then this was supposed to go here as a clear one. Let's see if I can, if my fingers are nimble enough to get that in there. All right, so now we have a clear. And then I think this was here. And then we had, that's right, we had the angled cheese slope. Okay, mystery solved. Mystery solved. But it goes back to the instructions not being that clear because that does not look like a translucent to me. Here, let me zoom in some more. But does that look like a translucent stud to you? That looks gray. That looks gray. And yeah, the cockpit is off. I like the AT-AT and the Tauntaun better than this one because we did build that, but at least now we solved the mystery of where that went. Was there another one on this side? I think so. Let's see. Nope. I guess that one was the only one. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so let's... Oops. Uh-oh. I'm tearing everything apart. Oh, okay. This is supposed to go like that. Oh, look at that. That's pretty clever. That is very clever. Okay, so this, I knocked this off. Okay, so this is kind of funny because this is similar to the Amelia Earhart plane, where you build the plane and then you get this minifig, but the minifig can't fly the plane. Yeah, it could be clear, but trust me, that does not look clear. That looks like gray. So that's an easy mistake to make. I'm not going to blame myself for that. Okay, actually, that goes back in my collection. But going back to what we were saying about marketing, if they just repackage this so that instead of doing the push tab, because I know if Max is still here, he said he was a tabber, that, you know, if you push it like that and then you get all these pieces all over the place, whereas if you repackage this so that it pops up like a tray, and then when you're done, it has that flap and then it connects to that little tab. Yeah, that's what they should do. The background may make it look great. Okay, well, we figured out where it was, so we found it. Okay, my friends, so that is the Millennium Falcon. Like I said, not my favorite of the microfigure ones, or the microfighters. I think the Tauntaun versus At-At was better than this. And what was nice about the Tauntaun At-At is it had two separate instructions. So you could give one to one child and the other to the other. It had numbered bags. This has no numbered bags. I do like, though, the minifig in here. So for those of you who missed it, the minifig has a really good detail on the torso, as well as the legs. And then on the back of the torso, it has some nice printing, and it has a cool hairstyle. And I was mentioning that I have the, where I can't find it, but it doesn't matter. I have the one that I use for Brichabod Crane. That was a Star Wars, oh, here he is. So just to kind of give you a difference, is that you can see the torso. I believe this is a Han Solo torso and legs as well, but there's no printing on the back. But this set comes with Han Solo. Yes, it does. So yeah, you might want to get it for that. Han shot first. Oh, PT McEwen, how are you? Yeah, so we were just talking about, you know, we're helping Lego here, because if they just repackage some of their existing sets, I could see a business person picking this up at an airport. It's $9.99. It's $10. And if they just repackage this when it's done, and they repackage this and they say, okay, plane's landing, put your tray tables up. This took me, what, an hour and 15 minutes? So that's perfect for a flight. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I did for my self-portrait. So this is the first picture. Yeah, it would be good for a travel customer, exactly. And unlike the roses, just going back to this, remember when we built the roses, when the rose was done, the box wouldn't actually close. This one actually closes. But in the cantina, Han did shoot first. Okay, we can debate about that later. Okay, so this is the official Rorschach Test card number 1. So for my self-portrait, I said, and this is what the script says, something like, "What do you see in this picture?" And then what I see is a bat. 1977? No, he started this in 1921, and it got to be popular in the 60s and 70s. So yeah. All right. So anyway, so this is the first shot. You're going back to, oh, I see. I thought you were talking about Rorschach. So here's my version of the Rorschach test. So this is what I submitted to Tricky Bricks for my self-portrait. Is that so this is the original. Here's mine. And I said that according to the test, I see a bat. And I came up with that response right away, which means I have anxiety issues. And because I answered fast, that means I'll be able to overcome them quickly. You see 2 chihuahuas walking on each other's paws. Okay. Well, I just think it was funny because we talked about this in the chat yesterday. Because I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do for a self-portrait. And that we were talking about psychological tests. And then we were talking about, hey, it's black and white. I said, I could do that. I could do a Rorschach test. So, you think it looks amazing, really? Thank you. Hey, Will Harper. Reminds you of what's that? A Sephiroth in the original Final Fantasy VII. I have no clue what that is, but I trust that you do. Oh, crud. I forgot about the Tricky Bricks Build Challenge. I did too, but we were talking about it last night, and Joel was saying he's not going to submit because it's like a psychology test. I really captured the spirit of the build. I don't know. I have no idea what they're expecting. But they said you could do a mosaic, you could do a poem, you can do whatever. So I did a Rorschach test. And you know what's funny is you guys say this is amazing. I just think it's kind of hilarious. And who was it? Lena was saying I should submit this in a mock contest. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I can do this for art, right? It's a one-winged angel. Yeah, I mean, you could interpret whatever you want from this. So, you know, and I tried to keep everything symmetrical. And even if you look at the original, oops, sorry about that. If you look at the original, there is a little white dot in the middle. And so that's what I did with that, is I put that there. So you're definitely getting insect. Yeah, yeah. Most people will say bat, moth, butterfly, something like that. It's totally unique. Okay. Yeah, good. I'm glad, Murray, that you think it's hilarious. That was kind of my point. It looks like a bionicle mask. Okay. Well, see, it could be whatever you want, but this is what the inspiration is. So when you see the slideshow tomorrow, they'll start with this, and I actually wrote in the script, what do you see in this photo? And then I say pause, discuss, and then go to the next one. And then you see this, and this is my interpretation of a Rorschach test, which is my self-portrait. Hold on to it. Use it as a table filler. Okay. A beetle passing gas. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys think it's that good. I honestly, this was like a one-off kind of thing. I just figured, yeah, I'll do this for the Tricky Bricks thing, but I wasn't planning to keep it. I was going to tear it off at the end of this. And I just noticed I'm missing underneath here, just to make it proportional, I put in some 1x2s. I forgot to do it on this side, I think. Yep, I forgot to do it on this side. So here we can fix this mock while we're live. But I do have to thank the chat, because we were talking about this yesterday, about how we were predicting. So Mairead does all of the contributions. She puts them together in the slideshow, and we were predicting this one. There's not going to be that many. I didn't think it would be that low, though. That's pretty low. I think it's tough because, you know, you don't want to reveal something about yourself that much. And I'm not really revealing that much, I don't think. but I guess, you know what, Max? Since you mentioned that this, you like it and you think it's a keeper, I should probably do all 10. I should do like a series of 10 and put them together as an art display. What it looks like after the wipers hit it. Okay, now we're getting silly. Okay, but I'm just trying to make this symmetrical. Though I will say this kind of is very much like me, because I like symmetrical things. That's probably why I didn't like the Millennium Falcon. And then just the whole idea of using shapes and angles and multiple layers, that was fun. I will admit, that was fun to do with this. Do the full series. Wow. Wow. Uh-oh. Yep. That same webcam thing keeps coming up. Yeah, I think Cornado's here, so he'll take care of it. But thank you. Thank you so much. If not, I can go in there real quick. Let me finish putting this on. Okay, why is this not clutching? Why are you not clutching? Hello? Uh-oh. I think part of it is I'm working at an angle here. My keyboard's in the way. Well, I'm glad you guys like this. They're calling the moderators. Yeah, well, right now, okay, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and take care of this. How many prints are there? There's 10. There's 10 prints in total. So let me see if I can get this. This is weird. Okay, I think Cornado took care of it because it looks like it's gone. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's see. All right, I think I just hit it. Hopefully I did. Okay. So does anybody want to be promoted to be a moderator? I know I've asked Zach, but Zach hasn't gotten back to me yet. All right, that's okay. I can take care of it. I think I took care of it. So I think it's gone. Show them the ban hammer. Yeah, I just did. I banned them. So thank you. You already did it. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure because there were 2 more that were showing. So I took, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, back to the build. So, well, thank you, chat, for telling me you like this. I honestly thought it was more of a joke. So I really was going to tear this apart after the stream. So you really, it goes to show you that sometimes you're your own worst critic, right? And I think I probably need to put this down first and then put this on. Maybe that's what's happening. Okay, there we go. I think, is that right? Okay, that looks right. Yeah, so there are 10 total. If you want me to, I can see if I can pull it up on Wikipedia, or you could look at it on your own. But what's interesting is the first couple are all black and white, and then after that they become multicolored. Like there's one with a little bit of red in it, and then progressively they add more color. So yeah, maybe this will be the Brickanista's Rorschach series. I probably should learn how to pronounce it too. That would probably be a good idea. But you can see it's just a series of plates and discs and studs. There we go. Okay, so you can see now that little bit of black was missing that I had put on this side and I didn't on that side. So, and then if I angle this up, it's interesting because there's like multiple layers here, so you have to angle them. There we go. So, okay, well, it seems like you're witnessing the first of a series, I guess. That means I'm going to have to buy a lot of these 32 by 32 white plates. Imagine having no life and spending your time trolling a Lego stream on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. They're back? What? What? Okay, hold up. I thought we banned them. I think, I know I didn't put them on timeout. I know I put them, I thought I did. Anyway, maybe they just don't know what more they can do. Okay, I think Cornado took care of them again. Yep. Okay, yeah, you can't put them in timeout because then they'll come back. Then you have to hide them, and then I think we can ban the user. So, yeah. Anyway. That would be another Psych Eval challenge. Build the Rorschach Plot challenge. Oh, hey, maybe that's what I should do. I should say this came out in a chat. And if everybody wants to do one, it looks like multiple accounts. Oh, yeah, that could be it. Anyone can report spammers by clicking on their name and reporting them. The more people reporting them, hopefully YouTube will ban them quicker. Okay. Well, we're just about to, we could use the viewers. That's true. That is so true. Well, I'm happy with our small little group of people here that hang out together. And honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, this whole Rorschach thing, this was going to be torn down tonight. Honestly, I wasn't going to keep it. I thought it was just kind of a joke. But it sounds like you like the idea of doing the whole Rorschach series in Lego. I probably could even, if I wanted to go really in depth, like I didn't have enough black, so there was a section here that I could have added to it. But I'm glad you like it, like I said. And I've named it too. So this one is Adaptable Anxious Adult is the name of this piece. Trolls often have many alternate accounts. Yeah, but on the upside, you know you made it when you have a troll show up. Kudos. Okay, thanks, Will. Okay, well, thank you. I mean, seriously, Chad, I was going to tear this up after the stream because, you know, it's for the Tricky Bricks challenge, and I really wasn't planning to do much more. But maybe I found a new calling. Maybe I will have that. And for those of you also interested, I wanted to mention this. I've already picked what I'm going to be building next week, and that is this Eternals aerial assault. And I found out about this from an Instagram post by Cass McClellan. He goes by PNW Lego, and he mentioned these pearlescent horns, and you get 12 of them in here. And this is a $9.99 pack as well. And here's another view. And you get 2 minifigs on top of that. And you get some dark red, some, you know, the deep navy blue in there. And I've invited him to the stream next week too. So next week for Thrifty Thursday, we'll be doing this. So if you want to go pick it up and build along with us, feel free. And you're off to bed. Okay, good night, Lena. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And let me say goodbye to everybody, too. You should turn this into a mosaic. That would be awesome. You're talking about this particular one, or are you talking about the whole Rorschach series? I'll show the front camera, too, so you can kind of see it vertically instead of horizontally. So you can see, I guess if you're at a con and you have 10 of these, and then you can kind of display them in a row or maybe in a big grid, that, you know, anyway, so this is my adaptable anxious adult. This is my self-portrait. So, and like I said, I'm so glad that all of you said I should keep it, and that I should just do the whole series, do 10 of them, and see what comes out of that. So you do think so too. Well, okay, well, thank you. Thank you for saying that, because honestly, I seriously was going to tear it all apart. So now I've got to keep it and start thinking about the other 9. And it didn't take me too long to do that one. I did that in a couple hours last night after the stream. So yeah, it was fun to do. Do another one, but as a mosaic to set the next one to. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so that's a challenge. So instead of doing like the 3 dimensions, to actually make it a mosaic. Okay, I'll have to think about that. In fact, here, I don't know if you want me to, I can show you some of the other ones. Let me see if I can pull up a website. Keep it because it's original. Oh yeah, I'm definitely keeping this. You got to bail? Okay, take care. See you, Max. Actually, why don't we do that? We'll just close the stream out because it's already 10:35. But if you are interested, just look up the Rorschach Test, and you'll see that there's 10 images that are all part of it. And they range from the black and white one, this is the first one. So I literally started on the first one. And then they have a series that go for 10, and that it's a psychological analysis tool to see if you have schizophrenia. So, and if people ask me, why did I decide to do this? I'll say, I was asked to do a challenge of a self-portrait. And while I was streaming, we had this discussion about it. And I said, oh, I could do a Rorschach test. That's easy. That's black and white, right? So I'm so glad you think it's worth exploring and continuing. They'd be great where people line up for something. Good conversation starter. Okay, well, maybe this is the beginning of a gallery piece. How cool would that be, right? Is a Brickanista original, right? What do you see in this photo? Anyway, I still think, honestly, I'm still kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm really shocked that people really like it that much. So thank you so much for the feedback and also for the inspiration, because I came up with this literally last night. On the stream, we were chatting about psychological tests and how this particular stream challenge would probably not get a lot of people submitting. And I built this last night, and I honestly, I didn't think it was that great. So I'm glad you like the idea, the concept, and I will start working on this and the whole series. So maybe we'll do one. Maybe we should do this as a Wednesday reveal, and then I could maybe do it as a Wednesday, Thursday type of discussion. Then every week for the next 10 weeks, we'll have a discussion about these. They should be a traveling exhibit at all cons. What? Seriously? Wow. Hit the like button. Yes, thank you. Thank you for reminding everybody. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. You too can get your analysis. you can look at the Rorschach test and do an analysis of this. And yeah, I'm really very flattered. Thank you so much, everybody, for saying all those kind words. I wasn't going to keep it. So now I guess I will. And I will start working on the other 9. So thanks again, everyone. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, thank you so much, everybody. Will, PT, Maraid, Cowboy Kenobi, Joel, Max was here. Let's see, Lena was here too. Everybody who was here, thank you so much. And may the clutch be with you. Take care, everyone. Good night.